Boom! Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are, welcome back. It's underscore Gintu, back again to the roots of today, and here we are. It's one-on-one live coming out from this section, and here we are to make sure that everyone is getting. If you have not grabbed a seat, grab a seat. Today we have the breaking news that's going to be happening, and to this position with an immediate effect. Here we are, and much of the things have been spoken, but much of the things still on the wait. And here we are to make sure that you are getting the real and the fantastic moment ever possible from this position. Here we are, and guys, and wherever you are coming from, it's another point. We have just met again with this video to make sure that I am hi wherever you are coming from and getting into and making sure that we are vibing together as one. And here we are, let's vibe and let's tangle. Here, this is the beginning, guys. The breaking news. The Kenge horses disappeared. Somebody was not legitimately given the real information about the horses are not trained, and no one could ever knew that this kind of the horses, they don't have any kind of a training, because the only training they know is trot. That's the only language that they hear. Now somebody is there. Now there's no grass. There's no grass, guys. And to the Bila right now, there's no grass. It has been krakatooed. It has been so fractional that there's no grass even for an animal to graze. So they are now looking for an alternative to get out, to go somewhere and get the fantastic grass. Because whenever they were made with an emergency gate, we were the only people who were there. Gintu, Mogesi, Gake, we are the only people who were there to transform the Bila, so as even this kind of the horses can move from the Bila inside the compound to the other side of the trees. Right now, the only person who is there occupying the gate is a porcupine father. The porcupine father doesn't even know if he can just go there to trigger some 2-3 things about the horse. He can be hit like a Cherokee drum. And he cannot attempt himself to certain kind of going to chase a horse, not to do something unconspicuous. And the real valid point is here. Yesterday, due to how things were just moving, and I don't know if Kenge knows this, because I'm always informing him. He doesn't know anything from the village. The contact is always not available. The person who is there doesn't have a phone to inform anyone. So I was just at my fish ponds there, and a little bit we saw some people, hey, have you seen the horses? Hey. And we are always talking this, and we have ever been speaking this, and everybody is getting this. That Kenge knew that whenever he can just chase people out, he thinks that there's no one can ever help him. And he thinks if something happens to the Bila, the people who are not trustworthy are the people who will go to rescue this kind of a fool person. The people he's just talking about, oh, my father, Machete man is around. The only person who can rescue the people are the people who are surrounding. But always is chasing the people, always doesn't go hand in hand with people. How do you want to consolidate that? How do you want to be put in a good platform? How? It can never happen. So we are always saying Kenge has controversially non-informative person who is not informing the good ideal about this kind of the things have been happening unto the Bila. Can you help me? As I was just onto my own section of my fish pond, then a little bit I saw a horse passing around the river, and I was about, is this stolen? I could not raise my alarm. How can I do it? No, I cannot raise the alarm. Let me trace. I was just now standing majestically and looking where it's just moving. It was just grazing alongside the river. And whoever got it out of the compound, I don't know how it got to the other section so as they can go and graze the grass, which is more fresh, because there's no food. How can you bring some pets to your compound and you cannot give them food? That is animal labor. That's animal labor. if you cannot do something which is so good, which is so fantastic. Mmepata? Kila kitu iko bahari pake. Tomorrow is another day. So guys, this is what is happening right now. And we always say this kind of the things that do occur unto the biller, and people not understanding. He's having a team which is consolidatively talking about, you know what? Oh, you people, you are jealous of what? You are jealous of what? And whenever we give you the real feedback, because Kenge is no longer available, no one can go there right now and shoot a video. Who? Only Gunmo. And Gunmo is just intruding because he's just going there to seek sympathy and to seek views. If he doesn't go to the biller, my friend, he is always nothing to. So he has to go there. Whenever he's just going to cross the river, he's talking that, oh, a thumbnail of have you ever seen a fish pond? Do you know that I'm the one who constructed it? So you are just giving yourself a shout out where I was constructing. So it's like now you are lumberization. You are lumbering my own buttocks. That's the real fact. This is Gunimo. And everything is put in consideration. So as we promptly say, how are we going to make sure that everything is put in a conditioned way? Let me say this. Going to have been invited with so many people, and even the Kenge family has ever invited me, that we have one person called me. Let me tell you that story before I go to the Nyabuanse podcast. One day, I was just walking. Because the conduct has ever came to my home, he said, Gentu, Tata Gentu, I'm going to pray, and so as God can rescue your soul, I think was I dead. And I was not even in terms of talking about, oh, do you think the only person who is going to the church? Something like that one. So people don't understand. So whenever I was walking, I received a call, and that kind of a call was coming from a Hello Baby. And Hello Baby told me, Gentu, where are you? I said, I'm in Nyabuanse. Then he called me and told me, hey, bro, I've been sent here, but don't take it in granted. I've been sent here with the conduct and the family. They are saying that they want to invite you to their home. Hey, that one can never happen in this kind of a world. So I was listening. I'm a good listener. So I was about, okay, who sent you? And are you in good terms with those people? Are you dedicizing them? Or you are chased? So how are you relating to? Hello Baby said, Gentu, let me tell you one thing. They called me because they cannot approach you. Because you are the real G. Whenever they approach you, they have no gut to come to you. They have no reason to come to you. They have nothing to occupy and say that we want to have you onto our platform. So I said, how did they inform you? Hello Baby said, me, let me tell you, Gentu. Me, I was just in my motorbike in Nyabuanse. I was making a chain was so large, so I was shortening the chain of the motorbike. Then I received a call from the Lady J, the dev, and said, you know what? Can I send you somewhere? You know how he always speak? Hello, baby. Where are you? Can I send you somewhere? No. Are you so busy? No, I want to send you somewhere. Can you go? So Hello Baby was about, yeah, what is the issue? Because every time, do you know that the Guru Dev, whenever is outside here, have you ever seen Guru Dev shooting a video with that car, which is a BMW, the white one, that the demon bought it to the conduct, the conmam? Have you ever? He cannot do it because the sister now is a mafia to their family. I'm coming to that point again. Let me tell you one thing. Whenever now Hello Baby said no, what do you want fantabulously? What do you want so as I can know the real fact how to approach Gintu? So they said, we want to invite Gintu to come and we share our thoughts. Hello Baby answered. Where specifically? They said I want him to come to my home. So it was uncontroversially, which is not even legitimate. And even Hello Baby knew it can never happen. How can somebody can just come and invite without calling me? And they have my own numbers. If the contact has my number, Kenge has my number, the demon has my number, Dave has my number. So why couldn't they call me? They're talking about they want to use Hello Baby. And the same Hello Baby was the one who was being used to trace me where I have entered so as they can come and get me where I am. So I was double. Now who is to be trusted? The family cannot be trusted. Hello Baby cannot be trusted. So which is which? So whenever I gauge, I cannot get their own gauge. So I was about to, okay, so what's your real point about it? So I said, maybe they have a good information. They said maybe they want to give you the shipment that Mr. Cecil left. I said, hey, that's your own thought. That's your own illusion. How are you sure that I can go to somebody's home who we are not in good terms, because they know that Getu is something else, the real G. And whenever I'm always telling people the truth about their family, they are jealous of it. They don't want anything to get out from their family. So whenever I say it or I go there, what could happen? It can be Mickey Mouse. It can be Mickey Mouseification. An act is called Mickey Mouseification, eh? Exactly. So I cannot understand now. So I told Hello Baby, my young bro, do this. That kind of an issue you are bringing here, go tell them to call me, we shall speak. Or if they want to meet me, we can meet the way I did it with Mr. Cecil. Mr. Cecil called me, I told him, you cannot meet at the villa, let's meet in a certain hotel. Then I put people to go there and check the environment. And I said first, before I gave them the real verdict about where are we heading, I told them, guys, in terms of intelligence, no one can ever put me in terms of dilemma here. Before, whenever they called, I told them, I'm going to be telling you where we are going. I never told them at first that, okay, during 10 a.m., I'm going to a certain hotel. No. I told them I'm going to be arranging a certain hotel, or let me think about it where we can just meet as a venue. Then they, Mr. Cecil agreed and said, okay, at 10 a.m., make sure that you call us and tell us where we shall meet. I told them, yes. Whenever I called them, I told them, come and get me at my own way, on my way at the Carabash somewhere, and I'm just there. I was seated there. So they came and met me. So, and to that car then, now I told them, so we are entering here. We reached at a segment, I told them, we are entering here. Exactly, which was Joffa Hotel. So the same to this kind of the Gun family, talking about, okay, we want to invite him to come to our home. If, whenever I went to cook the food for the visitors of the demon, whenever she came and she was not in good terms with Kenge, what happened? Whenever I got to the gate, only the gate, I knocked the gate. I was having a motorbike of Uncle Mo, carrying some over the Jiko. And they told me, I met Gru Dev, which is the Lady J, at the gate. I knocked, then he came. What do you want? Even not only greeting a person. Imagine, if you have an etiquette, you went to school, even if you are in a garage, say, hello, how can I help you? But, what do you want? It is a brainless. It is a anthropiquous. It is heterozygous. Heterosarcasm. That is unto their own bloodstream, because it's only that what is flowing. Because a person whenever he came and you have an etiquette, you have to ask, yes, how can I help you? But what do you want? So is that an etiquette of welcoming a person even if you are in a garage? And during that time, I never knew where a garage was coming from. But I knew that the Lady J was ever watching my videos, and he went and told the demon, which is the Muangu, that, you know what, Gint is always posting you, I don't know what and what. I don't know if that kind of a mentality they are having, because they don't want to see somebody rising. And the king is outside there talking about, you know what, why can't Africans leave a person who is above them? So they are giving them some names, and also they are tarnishing their names. Who is tarnishing who? Why can't they leave other people to progress? Why can't they leave other people to have an act of talking about we have to progress? But now the Lady J, whenever I went, now I entered inside. I told him, I'm here, I'm sent with the Kenge to come and cook food. He opened the gate whenever he heard about cooking food because they don't know how to cook. The only thing they're cooking is just making sure that they're vandalizing and molesting some ladies. That's the only thing. Making sure that some cucumbers are hanging carelessly. That's the only food they can cook. Well, it's just in a wheelbarrow style. I think you can understand me. So that's the only thing. But whenever we come to the reality, now put a sufuria onto the fire. Make sure that now you are burning the sufuria. And whenever the sufuria is burning, there's something that's burning with the sufuria inside. They don't know that one. If Gurudev can talk about the Lady J, can ever take a sufuria that he can cook. Have you ever seen Lady J talking about I want to cook? Apart from saying, guys, now you know they never served my mom with food, so I'm going home there to cook. You and who? You and who to cook? Gurudev, even if I was supplying, let me tell you, whenever I was supplying milk to their home, some several years ago, I never ever got him at the kitchen, ever entirely. I was ever going, I could just find the demon, or I can only find the conmam who or she was doing what? Cooking at that pot. But other people, they were no longer available. Muravipi? Go fresh? Wagwan. So that's the only thing I can just talk about. But the other things about cooking, they have no idea. Somebody can follow with the salt inside of vegetable. Talk about a vegetable or being deep fried. You can find they're just heterozygote. That's why the time that the conmam saw that, hey, there's a party there, he was always coming. He knew that if he want a good food from the people who are just onto that position, he could only come to the villa to make sure that he's eating and saying that I have a fracture. So as she can be cooked, the food can be served to her because entirely she has been exhausted. She has been used like she has been used like, is it called toilet paper? And always, all the time, she's in the kitchen suffering with some smoke, and they're saying that they're millionaires. Always smoking in the kitchen and saying that they're which kind of the millionaires? Whenever we say the real fact about this is how it's gonna be going. They're talking about, you know what, oh, these people are jealousy, oh, they're just living in mud, and themselves they have a cage which is made of only iron sheets with a person living in a madhouse and in a cage of iron sheet, which is the best? I'm just not sympathizing with such kind of the condition. So whenever we come to the real point now of Hello Baby saying that, you know what, you have to go there and make sure that, oh, you are talking to them, you know, maybe it's your own time, so you can just shine with them. I thought there is no shining here. They outshined me, now I want to outshine them too. Because whenever I was there, they took me as a granted. So they never knew that this kind of a person is going to be coming. You know, this why now the Africans sometimes, like we talk about this kind of a family, which is the Kenge family. They are not thinking properly. They are not using the common denominator properly. They are not using their own hypothalamus properly. Because whenever we now want to insert the equism, we insert the pogromism to them, it's going to be talking about, we have to talk very fantastic to them, and we have to make sure that we are going hand to hand, that, oh, I have to praise this, oh, I have to praise Dev, I have to praise the dad, so as everybody now we talk about, oh, this person is now ours. I'm not Diana Kemi, I am not Hello Pengo, because they're the only people who are talking about, can you do this? They run like something else. Can you do this? And right now, where is Hello Pengo right now? It's just thrown already to an imbroglio, which is now the sarcasm we are talking about always. And whenever we frame ourselves and say, this kind of a family has been using, so we don't have to be used the same as the way they wanted. And we have moved forward. So the point now to drive home, the point of, we talk about the horses. Now, a little bit, I saw the guy passing, rish, like a safari rally, looking for the horse, talking about, oh, it has just disappeared, oh, it has done this. So now catching that kind of a horse to return it back, now it's now it's called now hitting the drums. Bam, 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 bam. So it's, my friend, I'm telling you, because the only thing they don't know, even whenever they get out, and I don't know if Kenge knows this kind of a story, because if he doesn't know, gather here, Kenge, so as you can get the real information about what is happening unto the Bila, because I can broadcast, it is called a local, and we can call it the village report. It's going to be coming to you live. The horses had disappeared. And I don't know if they got them, because they said, now, can you now try your best? Now you think that we are here, we cannot help you. If we could have called Mogesi, because they know Mogesi, he can come here and say that in, or he can say trot, 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 and they come. And they know him, or give them a little bit of grass and make sure that everything's so fantastic. But meticulously, now they went. I was even me looking like now I'm a is it called pedestrian? No, it is called cheering squad. I was like a cheering squad to make sure that I'm looking at them, what is happening and how is it happening. So as far as everything was in concern, they now called each other. Gunmo came, talk about at Mayuguno's place, there were people who were just there. They were called. Talk about Dorina Risha, she was there. Talk about who else. There are so many YouTubers who were there. Even people are just wondering what has happened to the horses. Oh my living, what has happened to the horses? So they left because there's no grass. Kenge, if you know you don't have grass to take care of the pets at your home, don't misuse the animals. Why are you misusing? If you know you don't have money to cater for them, whenever a person goes to the training, whenever you come, you are just giving yourself a good energy, which is a good start and a good food or a good meal for you to survive. But now, Kenge, whenever he works for you or he works for him, it's the only thing you are just being told is it's either you pay for the food or you just miss it or drink water. That's the only thing. But now we come to the reality. If you think the horses are the best, go give them essential needs, essential activities, which they need. Look at whenever he was told that, you know what, to train a horse. And this is a man who is saying that he's a millionaire. Let me tell you, he's a person who said, I'm a millionaire. And whenever he brought a person to train the horses, the guy said, I'm going to train them, but you have to give me a lot of money. Kenge was told 200,000 Kenya shillings. He thought that, oh, this is going to be very, very expensive for me to pay. And he was now telling people, no, guys, to train a horse here in Africa is so expensive. You know, they're just talking about 200,000 Kenya shillings. Oh, you know, guys, how can I do this? Can somebody? And now they were just applying for donations, people to support them. So as that kind of a person, and you went to buy the horses, and you were just lured via a woman who is just very slim like a timber, telling you that, you know what, you have to go there whenever she's not even in good terms. There's no chin, and it's just the long nose is coming out, and she's always red, and telling you that, you know what, if you want to hinge your cucumbers and insert them to the Bluetooth device, you have to make sure that you go and buy me what? Have to go and buy me the horses. And now they went for, they can just buy the horses where necessary. And Kenge was being lured because he knows whenever he cannot buy the horses, he cannot hinge the cucumbers and insert them to search for Bluetooth. So that's the biggest mistake. He's always making sure that he's going to look for. I told you, Kenge is being driven with buttocks, my friend. That's the only thing. And whenever we say the real fact about this is the guy who cannot even think beyond measure. He cannot even think beyond anything. And he was told, you know what, let's go and buy a horse. Oh, one way they saw, and they went and got some person called Irene Jep. She looks like an eaten antelope. And she was even a little bit to be consumed. Do you know a story of Irene Jep about the eating? She was about to be eaten. She was about to be eaten with Kenge, and Kenge applied for visa. And the only person who overcooked was Minhawi. But now this kind of a lady called Irene Jep, the application was done. And she said, oh, boss, I have to come and do what? I can host you to my place. So whenever you come, don't hesitate. I'll be there for you. And not knowing that they're going to be going there with Argentinian long nose, who is laughing is no more recognizable. Who is, whenever you are there as an African, you cannot recognize your own effort. And now they went with Kenge and Argentina Longnose. Now they inserted themselves where? Now Nandi, it's called Nandi. Here you can call them Eldoret for the people who are just around here. Whenever they reached there, they were told that this kind of the things are called pawn. The other ones are called horses. So which one are you selecting? The horses are so expensive. And this kind of the pawns are a little bit not expensive. They are coming here to tell us, you know what? I just selected a horse. They are not horses. They are pawn horse. Don't tell us that they are horses. Which horses are there? Horses which are not trained until they are just adult. Even the legs are no longer available. They are already being chewed with ticks, chewed with lice, telling us that, you know what, whenever they came there, the skin was skin rashes everywhere, and they're now applying shampoo, washing an animal with the shampoo. Meticulous. That was not even accommodatable to this kind of the nation right now. And now, whenever now, you know, now Argentina Longnose, she was about, no, I want something which is smooth, which is very fantastic. He thinks it's cucumbers, smooth always. Cucumbers are smooth for you. And don't think that the horses are smooth the way you are always touching at the cucumbers here and there. It can never happen that way. So this kind of the real fantastic moment we're talking about is one. Get me really. Argentina Longnose, she was forcing the horses to come. She was forcing even the Kenge to buy the horses. Kenge was not eligible of buying them. He had to do what? To go and tell people, guys, I'm going in a short. Can somebody help me to buy? They went so they can buy only 2 horses or 1. But whenever they reached there, they were told this is now the cheapest. It's called pawn. Can you buy them at 300,000? They said, yes, we're going to buy them. But the Argentinian Longnose, she was now promised with somebody that I want to see you working with some horses to be different with the other people there. And Argentina Longnose, she never knew that whenever she is coming to this kind of the climate zone we are, it's going to be so sarcasm. It's going to be improgram. It's going to be unconditional, circumstantial. So she never knew such kind of the things. But whenever now they landed, now I'm coming to that story. Now we ran one to the forest, and whenever we reached there, we found the horses. So it was putting the tits up. It was unconditional, and I'm coming to show you how Kenge was acting unconditionally to say that the villagers had done what? Had poisoned the horse, and who are the people? I'm coming to tell you. So whenever now they just bought the horses and they landed, you know, the horses came and we were the people to be told, take the horses out. I have never touched the horse. So somebody's coming to force you, hey, if you don't know, if you don't want to help me, what are you doing here? I have never touched the horse. If I can be hit like a Cherokee drum, I can be hit, it's called mutacho. In Africa, I call it motacho. It's called a kick. You know, a kick from even a donkey, it's not something good. It can hit you and you can just fall down like a sack of maize. And somebody will now be laughing, oh, he has been hit, oh, something like that one. So whenever they landed, we just make sure that we are getting them out, but unconditionally. Now the horses now delivered. Now there was so huge grasses. So Kenge talked about, you know what? Oh, this kind of the field, we're going to be very fit about, oh, the feeding of the horses going to be there. Oh, the grass is so tall, the grass is so huge. And whenever they came for only 1 week, the compound was clear. Now he was now looking people like something, oh, where now are they going to eat from? Oh, where am I going now to feed the horses from? So it was unconditional. So whenever now the horse died, let me tell you that story. Whenever now the horses, we made sure that we have transformed the river pathway where the horses could move from the villa to the other section of the trees so that they can go and feed there. So one day they took the horses from the villa and they moved towards that place. And whenever they reached that segment, they were told, you know what? Put them there, and they fenced the land, so they left them there. And a little bit, Argentina Longnose has to go and see how are they ongoing. And whenever she found that, oh, she found the tits are up of the horse. She cried coming, oh, baby, baby. She found Ernesto. Told Ernesto, run and call me Kenge. Where is Kenge? Call Kenge. And Kenge was being called. He was at the house. And he said, oh, what's the problem? Oh, mom, what are you crying? Come and see, come and see. So they went to the far end. And whenever they found the horse has died, now Kenge started saying that, oh, maybe this of my neighbors who are here, and the people are now seeing me in a jealousy, are having envy, that the ones who have poisoned even this person who is just beside me. I think my father was ever saying, I'm telling you the fact, Kenge was saying it live, that even his father is always telling them, this kind of a family is not good. This kind of a family is a witch. This kind of a family is a poisonous family. They are ever talking about it. And whenever now the horse was killed, Kenge talk about, oh, even this my neighbor, my father has ever told me they are not good to their neighbors. I think he's the one who has, did you see this kind of a man passing through here? He was asking questions. So the real fact about what has to be entitled is one. Kenge is the one who is by forcing, who is introversing and making sure that other things are being so cruel, are being so untrapecious, and to the people who are just understanding. And they're just making sure that all the people who are there to support them, like the villagers, like the neighbors, are tarnished their names that they're witch, yet their family is the biggest witchcraft. They're doing the witching. And the people who are always at night, making sure that, that to make sure that they are controlling Nyaboanse. But ultimately, God is not wearing a short. We are always available to make sure that we can outshine them with the name of the Lord. That's the real fact. And he's always talking about, even God will apply. God is now applying it because karma is the real. What you want to do with other people, God brings it to you. And the real fact is one. Look at right now. What are you doing in Argentina? What are you doing in Argentina? The real facts about a person can say that, what are you doing in Argentina? The way you used people's children, the way you used people's effort to gain your own gains, what is now happening to you? You are now paying that pain of the people who suffered. Look at a person called Msani, who was a very young boy who was employed to look after the animals and to the villa. And he was not going to school. But Kenge could not support such kind of a boy, and he employed him so as he can work in the cows and make sure that he's going to make sure that he's grazing the animals. And he's always outside saying that, you know what, I have always took very many students to school. I'm paying some fee. Why are you employing illiterate people? Why are you employing people who are not going to school? They talk about the children drop out. And he's saying, this kind of the people have to help them. Help them with what? If not education, the money you are paying per month is 5,000 Kenya shillings. Convert it even to a US dollar. It's just $40 US per month. And you're saying, I'm paying them well in a very good, fantastic moment. And whenever that kind of a person does a little bit of a thing, you are coming out to say, I don't want you. You are now very bad. I don't know what. Now you have thrown already such kind of a boy to an imbroglio. Whenever you employed, you promised them that I want to be with you here. I want you to do your work here. And I don't want anyone to introverse. I don't want anyone to controversially coinsist about what has to happen. And now you are coming out to tell, I was the only person who is employing the villagers and to my site. I don't know what. Pogroms. Neanderthal pogroms, which are not even illiterate. You know, there's a history, guys. Why is a man considered to be more intellect than other animals? Because even a human being is an animal. What differentiates a human being and other animals? Not the brain. It is called achievements. Evolution, evolving, development. A man was in Homo erectus stage, and he was testing a stick on a stick to dig a hole on the other big stick so as it can make a yoke. So as it can just take some ropes like sisal, put them together, grind them, make sure that whatever is being produced is like a rope, so as it can get to the wild animal or cows and attach them so as it can weed using the ancient tools, which are you can just call them the ancient Stone Age tools, which were being used to cultivation. But whenever he was making something like now a hole so as they can put like a yoke on an animal, he was just describing it. Fire evolved. Whenever fire evolved, this kind of the people who are just around, they were just eating raw meat. That raw meat, one of the person, whenever now the scrubbing was so much and the fire was lit, that it was now illusioned. Said, oh, what has happened? What is this? We are burning, now we are getting some warmth. Oh, what is this? That meat the guy was eating, a Homo erectus person was eating, dropped onto the fire. And you have to scramble and look for that meat. What happened? The guy took the meat and tasted. It was warm and it was now having flavor. And it was now getting very fantastic in terms of meticulosity. And they now talked about, oh, if you throw meat onto this kind of the thing we have discovered, it is now being sweet. It is now tasteless. It's now softened. Oh, my living God. So we have to use it. They vast themselves. A cow cannot do it. That's why a human being is considered to be the best. And now this kind of kenge, it cannot reason. Some other things do come like evolvement. And whenever evolution come to him, say that this kind of the people want to change the platform. He always say that you are fired so as he can tarnish, he can diminish, he can sucker screams your own philanthropic alisbasia, so as you cannot move forward as a person. What next? Whenever now you evolve and say that now the meat gonna be going or dropping to the fire, is now coming to say, oh, this kind of the people are talking bad about me, they're now receiving some of donations, they cannot even tell me. Did you want you to tell, why couldn't you tell them that you are receiving donations using their own names and using their own attitude while they were just working? Whenever now they test the meat and say, oh, it's tender, it is so meticulous, it is soft. They start talking about, we can do it again and again. Now we are here to do it again and again so as we can discover. That's how even cooking started. And now Kenge is coming outside to say, oh, these people have tested the meat. Oh, we are still evolving. We have not yet reached to the segment we can say, yes, we have reached to it. But if you don't accommodate a change so as they can bring a change to a changing life of today, you are just a pogromatic person. You are thrown into a pogrom way because you cannot tell us anything now. And the same way I'm always saying, this kind of the people, whenever we are outside here, to make sure that we are triggering some of the things to happen and people don't understand us. The same way I was being called with this kind of the family. And people said, again, to never attempt yourself to go such kind of a family. Why could people say that? They know them. They're not good people. They can even poison you. They can poison you. And I'm telling you, if the person is coming to Nyabohanse as a visitor, you come and visit Gintu, apart from visiting Kenge's family, you are done. Whenever they get you, they can poison you. And be very, very punctual about it. Because Kenge is always making sure that everything he wants is the ones that are coming to them, not coming to you. Only what is always about is, I want this kind of the things to come to my family to benefit only. The other people could be thrown to whatever they are being exposed to, doesn't care. That's the main issue. So if you are being rated to this kind of the issues, make sure that you are changing with the change. And if we say we have to change as the way we have said we have to change. Even whenever we give you a little feedback about the government of Kenya, it is promising. If it doesn't happen, people come out and say, no, it is a fake impromptu. It is a fake project. It's a fake development. It is a fact. It's a fake promises that are coming to the citizens. So people are waking up even right now. People right now, look at what is happening to the southern, we can talk about southern China. Look at what is happening there. Even citizens can come out and say, no, it can never happen this way. But whenever we come outside to a certain person and say he's doing bad, and whatever he's doing is very bad to other people, he's saying, it's just the morning. He thinks that here we are shaking some cucumbers here. We are not interested with that one. We are not interested. And the biggest thing we have to say is one, let's focus on what we want to do and not what a single person wants to do for himself. Coming out to tarnish people's names, tarnishing everything that's coming out to say this kind of a reflection was not done good. This kind of a reflection from this part, you could have changed it this way. The only thing that's promising, it's only buttocks. Whenever he sees the buttocks, he says that, okay, this is what I need. A gentleman has some timbers backward, so I don't need you. So the best thing for him to do is only to accommodate a person who is a figure eight, who is only can be a beneficial for him, who can only shake some cucumbers and say, I've interested myself. Maybe which kind of a style? Is it a wheelbarrow one? I don't know. So the only impromptu I'm going to approximately give it out to the people is one. Let's focus and make sure that we are moving forward irregardless of whatever is happening. And whenever they now want to invite me, because guys, sometimes I'm sympathizing. Hello Baby told me, maybe they want to give you a shipment. So I was thinking about how is it now going to be not so beneficial to them. Now they want to give Gintu a shipment to give it out. People are not interested with it because they took it from the villa themselves. The conduct took it and brought it to their home. They have already disbursed it to Dorina Erisha, because Dorina Erisha, he's always giving herself out, and whenever the conduct calls, I want you to come and help me because Gintu is no longer available to do whatever I was doing. They're now saying that you are the honest person, not knowing that the people who are working there, they have their own intentions. I have to be called and rush like a safari rally so as tomorrow, or I can shoot a video while I'm there saying that I'm helping. Guys, let me tell you, whenever I went to cook to Conrad's area, and I told the Congrat mom that, can we shoot a video? What did she say to me? No, I cannot shoot a video with you. My daughter has not allowed me to shoot a video with you. She will kill me. I said, oh, your daughter? So it means that they are being monitored. They are being told what to do. They are told this kind of the thing has to happen this way. Whenever the conduct is coming to look for Gintu, even at my home, he was sent to be saying that, you know what, you have to change in this and this and this. But what happens? Gintu is no longer changing. I'm not changing because of a person. Because a person, people call him three names talking about YouTube is paying him so much money, yet he's using the YouTube platform to tarnish and scam people's money and say that, oh, I'm rich. Rich with people's money? Rich with no investment? Pogrom, nonsense, narcissism, tribalism, imbroglio. That's the real fact of them. They cannot tell us anything because everything is scripted. Whenever I say I want to give out a video, I script nothing. I script nothing. I say how it is. The con mom, whenever she said, I cannot shoot with you a video because they have to go and script it before they start. Kintu is unscriptable. I start a video homologously, heterozygously, and impromptuously, and nobody can even entail. How is Gintu achieving this? People are still wondering, how is Gintu achieving this? Only brain at work. Because I saw many, and I can tell many. Not only what we see, but what we see and react upon it. Because we have 3 stages. You see, you act, then you judge. I saw what was happening to this Kenge village, Kenge family fraternity. I saw what was happening. I acted by saying that, you know, I want to have a different catastrophic or a catastrophizing content. I have to make sure that my content gonna be ventured into a specific position. I want to make sure that I cannot waste my time that Kenge has posted. I have to post after 6 hours. So as Kenge's post can go and mine can come later. That I have posted 1 hour after Kenge or before Kenge posts. Whenever Kenge posts after 1 hour I've posted, I have to go there and put my video in a private so as Kenge's video can run, as mine cannot run. And that is the biggest mwinjaku we are ever talking about. The biggest injustice that we are ever talking about. This kind of the people will ever slaughter your own future. If you don't, you have to depend on them. Even right now, what's happening with Nasto? Nasto can never post a video if Kenge is premiering. Never, ever. Kenge or Nasto can never put a video or a content to the system when Kenge is just 30 minutes to a premiere. Can never. It's either time before, and they know if Kenge's time is talk about 23 or it's 21 at night, Nasto has to make sure that before that time, either he posts some 4 hours before or 4 hours after, so as people can watch him. And that's the stupidity, nonsensical things I've ever dreamt of doing. Nothing like that one. I have to wait for somebody. I have not to sleep. I have my own content. I have to wait for this kind of a goon to post so as I can post. Right now, it is Rindima, I Rindima. You put, I put. You go, I go. That's the fact. Because if you say that, okay, I cannot trust myself, if you post the same video or at the same time with Kenge, your video will never go. Who told you? It can never happen. And this is why people in Abuase are being thrown into an imbroglio, and they will never understand. They will never understand this. This is a clear picture, and I'm always reflecting it to tell people, can you change? Because this kind of the programmatic issues are going to drive us crazy.